for What It's Worth, the quiz show in which the hardest question of all is, what's it worth? 3 pairs of contestants are ready to play. Each team has a quizzer who has to answer a general knowledge question correctly so that their partner, the picker, has a chance to choose an antique or collectible and build a collection. And the aim of the game is to amass the most valuable collection. Guiding us through the pleasures and pitfalls of the antiques world is our very own resident expert. Would you please welcome Paul Laidlaw? Paul, lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Looking very spiffing in your suit. I like that.
That's very kind of you. Spiffing's a first, but I'll take it.
It's very, yes, probably curiously English rather than Scottish word, spiffing. Now, tell me about the lots that we've got here today.
Teams, for your consideration today, we have a screen, a paperweight, a watch, a book, a table, a figure, some cups, some candlesticks, decanter labels, a vase, cellars, and a chest of drawers.
Now, one of these items is our top lot, which is worth a whopping £2,500. That is the lot to spot, because at the end of the show, the winning pair will walk away with the cash equivalent of one of their items. But beware, because the lots decrease in value right down to our worthless lot, which is no more than a tenner or less. That, of course, is the lot to avoid. So who's playing today? Let's meet the teams. Team 1, who are you?
I'm Phyllis, and this is my granddaughter, Chloe.
My nana likes oil lamps, and I'm a quizzing nerd.
Very good. Welcome to the show. Team 2, who are you?
Hi, I'm Andy, and this is my partner, Mark.
And we're from Birmingham, and we like to collect lusterware.
Lusterware. And Team 3, who are you?
I'm Linda, and this is my husband, Bob.
We work most of our careers in universities, and our particular specialism is collecting clocks.
Oh, university. They'll be clever. Now, earlier, our teams got to inspect our lots, watched over by Paul, our expert. But could they separate the rust from the gold dust? Let's see.
Okay, right.
Oh. Whoa, look at this.
Salt cellars. Well, it's definitely quite a few hallmarks, isn't it?
It is London hallmark, I think.
Someone did their homework.
So this is the book, Tom Sawyer Abroad. The pages look very old, don't they, the edges?
Do you think that's the first edition?
Chateau and Wynne.
Well, that's English, though, isn't it?
Could be.
So it's surely the American publisher, wouldn't it?
Oh, very, very astute.
They're Japanese, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're Japanese geishas.
It looks pretty genuine and old, I think.
Is it worth anything, though? Come on.
It's got a key.
So it must open, is it, fire screen? Do you think?
You know, it obviously opens up and you can't work out why.
It's in good condition, isn't it? So you probably would pay quite a bit for it, I would have thought.
It's very ornate, Victorian, maybe?
They are on it.
The hands are incredibly delicate. I don't think I've seen hands like that before.
Like mine.
Oh, yes.
What do you think of that?
Is there a name?
Can't see one. Ah, Malik.
Yeah.
That's a name, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do like it.
Is it a pig?
Do you know, these look a little bit tacky, don't they?
19th century designer, turning engraved.
What about the eyes? Are those rubies, do you think?
Could be glass.
Do you reckon? I quite like those cups. The fact they're cracked, I think, is probably a good sign.
I don't like theirs at all.
You watch, they'll be worth a fortune.
OK, fair enough.
What do you think about those decanters?
They're the booby prize.
Do you reckon?
The silver, hallmarks.
You wouldn't have thought that would be worth much.
I mean, it is very ornate.
Yeah, but they make hundreds of them, don't they?
I don't think this is worth a great deal, just mainly because the back looks so badly made.
Why are you obsessed with the back? It's against the wall.
It's a bit whiffy.
But it's old. What do you
Yeah,
expect?
I know, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Whiffy's a good sign, that's a first.
So top lot, we're thinking the table.
The top lot is the vase.
You're having the La Ligue, end of.
And the bottom lot is the decanter labels.
Is the
paperweight.
So I'm going to go for the chest of drawers.
Right, let's go on and discuss strategy.
Yes.
Interesting, Paul. So when you were watching them, were any of them any good?
I think some were pretty warm if we were playing that game. Many were pretty cool, however.
Now, tell me how you arrive at the valuation of these things.
Yes, the values for each lot have been agreed by myself and an independent valuer. They're based on how much price we would expect them to reach at auction, but with no auction costs added.
And just to add an extra twist, we have our mystery lot, which could be worth thousands, or it could be worth peanuts. But that is for our winners to decide later. But for now, it is time for round 1. I'm going to ask 8 general knowledge questions. Pickers, before each one, I'll ask you to select which lot you would like to play for. And quizzers, if you buzz in with a correct answer, you'll get to add it to your collection. But beware, buzz in incorrectly and you will be frozen out of the next question. So pickers, please, would you make your first pick? Let's see what you have all chosen. So, Chloe and Phyllis, you want the table. Andy and Mark, the book. And Bob and Linda, you want the vase. Quizzers, fingers on buzzers, here comes question 1. Held annually in London, what is the name of the world's second largest street festival? Yes, Chloe?
Notting Hill Carnival?
Correct. The table is yours. The Rio Carnival, of course, is the biggest in the world. Pickers, make a pick. Chloe and Phyllis, you want the book this time. Andy and Mark want the vase, but so do Bob and Linda. 2 teams after 1 lot. Let's see what happens with question 2. Which well-known astronomical phenomenon is visible from Earth every 75 to 76 years? Yes, Bob?
Halley's Comet.
It is Halley's Comet. Yes, Bob, the vase is yours. Oh, Andy and Mark, you missed that one. Never mind, here we go. Pickers, make a pick. Chloe and Phyllis want the figure. Andy and Mark want the screen. Bob and Linda want the watch. Quizzers, fingers on buzzers. Question 3. In a popular nursery rhyme, which insect is told to fly away home? Yes, Andy?
A ladybird.
Correct, it is the ladybird, and the screen is yours.
Thank you.
Pickers, make a pick. Chloe and Phyllis going for the drawers. Andy and Mark, you really want that book. Bob and Linda, the watch. The singer Shakira was born in which South American country? Yes, Chloe?
Is it Colombia?
Correct, it is Colombia. The chest of drawers are yours. Well done. Pickers, make a pick. Chloe and Phyllis want the cups. Andy and Mark, the figure. Bob and Linda really want that watch. This is the 3rd time they've picked it. Question 5. Which black and white animal appears on the logo of the charity WWF? Yes, Chloe?
A panda.
The giant panda, actually, but yes, that is correct, and the cups are yours. Pickers, make another pick. Chloe and Phyllis want the watch. Andy and Mark want that figure, and Bob and Linda want the watch still. It's a battle now between Team 1 and Team 3. Question 6, quizzers, fingers on buzzers. The name Big Ben specifically refers to which part of the... Yes, Chloe?
The bell.
The full question is, the name Big Ben specifically refers to which part of the famous London landmark, and it is the main Big Bell. So, Chloe, the watch is yours. Bob and Linda, that was snatched from you. Pickers, make a pick. Chloe and Phyllis want the cellars. Andy and Mark still going for that figure, and Bob and Linda want the book. Question 7. Which 90s legal drama was set at the Boston law firm Cage and Fish? Chloe?
Ally McBeal.
It was Ally McBeal. Congratulations. Those cellars are yours. Doing very well, Chloe and Phyllis. Very well indeed. Come along, Andy and Bob. Come on. Pickers, make a pick. Chloe and Phyllis want the figure. Andy and Mark still want the figure. Bob and Linda still want the book. This is the final question in this round. What is the astrological sign of someone born on April Fool's Day? Yes, Andy?
Taurus.
Incorrect. Aries. Shame. Let's have a look at your collections at the end of round 1. And Chloe and Phyllis have the table, the drawers, the cups, the watch, and the cellars. Andy and Mark have the screen, and Bob and Linda have the vase. Well, our teams have started to build their collections, but have they chosen wisely? Well, before they have the chance to add more of them, Paul is going to give each pair a fact about a lot of their choice. Chloe and Phyllis, first of all, let's find out a bit more about you. What do you do, Chloe?
I'm a criminal lawyer in Hampshire.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you one of those ones that if you got arrested and taken to the police station, they go, OK, you can call a lawyer,
Yeah.
and you're the duty lawyer?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 2 in the morning, out I go.
And I understand you love a quiz.
Yes.
And you're competitive.
Yes, I am a bit, yeah.
Well, it's starting to look that way, I must say. And sitting next to you is Phyllis. Who bossed you into doing this, Phyllis?
My granddaughter, Chloe.
Did she ask you, or did she say
No,
you
she
were
said, you're doing it.
And here you are. What would you like to know more about?
The chest of drawers, please.
Now, English furniture of the Georgian era is renowned for its quality of materials, design and construction. It's veneered in mahogany with brass handles. Now, while these drawers are in very good condition, the antiques market for large pieces of so-called brown furniture such as this has taken a bit of a downturn in recent years. Is the condition of this item enough to warrant a high value, or is it a case of back to the drawing board?
OK, that's something for you to think about, Phyllis and Chloe.
It is, thank you.
Andy and Mark, how long have you two been together?
30 years come July.
30 years? You don't look old enough.
Thank you.
Ridiculous. Tell me about the Playgirls.
Many years ago, we became semi-professional drag artists. Mark used to do impersonations of Shirley Bassey and Diana Ross.
Long time ago.
And me with the nose used to do Cher and Barbara Streisand.
Of course. How fantastic. Well, I wonder if there's anything here that's caught your eye today that you'd like to know more about.
Yes, I'd like to know more about the book.
Well, this is a novel by Samuel Langhorne Clemens, otherwise known as Mark Twain. With Tom Sawyer abroad, this book is part of a series of books featuring Twain's most famous character, Tom Sawyer, friend of Huck Finn. Bound in a beautiful red, gilt and black binding, a few marks, a little fading perhaps, but it's in pretty good condition. Now, you could buy such a copy in a local bookshop for under £10. However, this is a British first edition, published in 1894. This novel's not his most famous, but the history, the association, the author and the subject make it an extremely interesting lot.
OK, while you think about that, let's meet Bob and Linda. So, Bob, did you spend most of your working life in universities?
Yes, when I left university, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but the only thing I didn't want to do was teaching. And subsequently ended up in teaching for 36 years.
And what was your subject?
Economics with finance.
Lovely. Linda, how did you both meet?
We met at a country club in Cheshire, and Bob's chat-up line was, would you like to come to see the villa on Saturday? And I said, no, thank you.
Invite you to the
But we're
football?
still together.
Incredible. Well, you must have fallen in love pretty quickly after the football gaff, but that's fine. OK, which lot would you like to know more about?
I think I'd like to know about the screen, please.
The screen.
What we have here is a 19th century fire screen. When open fires were the only way of heating the home, they would have been a very popular household accessory. They were used to shield the people in the room from the harsh glare of the flames and would have protected ladies' delicate porcelain complexions. This particular one is decorated in the Japanese-influenced style typical of the aesthetic movement. It's in good condition. Will this fan the fires of your collection?
So I hope that has helped teams, because it's now time to play round 2. In this round, the pickers will select a lot to play for, and the quizzers will again try and secure it by answering correctly. But this time around, the lots come with their own question categories, and here they are. So, for instance, if you went for the paperweight in the middle, I would ask your quizzer to choose a question between ancient Egypt or US politics. OK? At the end of this round, the team with the least valuable collection will be eliminated, so choose wisely. Chloe and Phyllis, you're up first. Phyllis, what would you like to pick from the board?
The figure, please.
The figure? The Olympics or US politics, Chloe?
The Olympics, please.
The Olympics. Which city has been chosen to host the 2020 Summer Olympics?
Qatar?
Not Qatar. Tokyo. The figure stays on the board. Andy and Mark. Mark, what would you like?
The figure.
The figure. The Olympics or US politics, Andy?
I'll go for US politics, I think.
US
for them, please.
politics. Which US political party is sometimes known as the Grand Old Party?
Oh, I have no idea. I'll go for the Democrats.
Oh, it's the other one, the Republican Party. OK, the figure's desperately going to stay on the board. Linda, what would you like?
I'd like the book, please.
The book. Ancient Egypt or Italian food, Bob?
Ancient Egypt.
What title is most commonly used to refer to Egyptian kings and queens?
I'm sure it's obvious.
Poor Linda, she's bursting with it.
Pharaohs.
Correct! Congratulations. Pharaoh is correct. The book is yours. Well deserved. There you go. Right, we're going to have another pass at this. But this time, have you missed something that you really, really want in your collection? Because if so, here's a chance to get your hands on it. From now on, you can either go for what's left on the grid, or you can try to steal a lot that's in a rival team's collection. Pickers be warned, if you choose to steal from another team, they will get to choose which category your quizzer must face. And you cannot steal from a team who has only one lot in their collection. So, Andy and Mark, you are safe at the moment. So, Chloe and Phyllis, would you like to pick or steal, Phyllis?
I'll pick.
You pick.
The figure.
The figure. You're determined to get it. It's sticking there like a limpet. The Olympics or US politics, Chloe?
I'll try again at the Olympics.
Olympics. In which country were the first modern Olympics hosted in 1896?
Greece?
It is Greece. Congratulations. The figure is yours. Mark, pick or steal?
Steal.
Oh, what do you want?
The vase.
The vase from Bob and Linda. Bob and Linda, you can now think of a category that you would like Andy to try to answer.
Plant life.
Plant life. What substance in leaves allows plants to absorb light energy?
Chlorophyll.
I'm sorry, you said chlorophylm, and it's actually chlorophyll.
OK.
The vase stays with Bob and Linda. Well played. Very good. Linda, would you want to pick or steal?
I'd like to steal the watch, please.
Steal the watch. Chloe and Phyllis, what category would you like to give Bob?
Action films, please.
Action films. What is the first name of Rambo, the character portrayed on screen by Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, dear. Paul?
Incorrect. It's not Paul, although it is one of the apostles. It's John. John Rambo. So, the watch stays with you, Chloe and Phyllis. Well done. Phyllis, would you like to pick or steal?
I'll steal.
Steal. What do you want to steal?
The vase, please.
The vase? Bob and Linda, what's she going to give Chloe?
Olympics.
Olympics. Athlete Usain Bolt competes for which country?
Jamaica.
Correct. Jamaica it is. The vase is yours. Oh, Bob and Linda. There we go. Mark, pick or steal?
Steal.
Steal what?
The vase.
The vase. OK, Chloe and Phyllis, you choose a category now for Andy.
Composers.
Thank you.
Andy, which poem by William Blake was famously set to music by the composer Sir Charles Parry?
I have to pass, Fern, sorry.
It was Jerusalem. Oh. I know, annoying, isn't it? Well, the vase stays with you, Chloe and Phyllis. Linda, pick or steal?
Steal, please.
Of course.
The vase?
Will it be the vase? Yes.
Yes.
OK, Chloe and Phyllis, pick a subject for Bob.
I think action films again. Sorry, Bob.
You found his weak spot. OK. In the 2000 film Charlie's Angels, the angels are played by Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and which other actress?
Lucy Liu?
Get in! Yes, Lucy Liu, it is correct. The vase comes back to you. Sorry about that, Chloe and Phyllis. That is the end of the round. So let's see how the collections are looking. Chloe and Phyllis have the table, the figure, the chest of drawers, the cups, the watch, and the cellars. Andy and Mark have the screen. Bob and Linda have the book and the vase. OK, for one team, this is now, sadly, the end of the road. So, Paul, who is leading us first?
Well, Fern, I can reveal that the pair leaving us first are... Andy and Mark.
Andy and Mark, I'm so sorry, but you want to know what that screen's worth, don't you?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
you do, so tell us about it.
Well, this screen had most of you perplexed during the viewing. You all noticed a little keyhole top front. The key allows the front to fall forward, giving one a writing surface. So, in a sense, it's a metamorphic piece of furniture. Surely that is hugely valuable, and you all made a mistake. Well, no. It's redundant in today's home. It's only worth £60.
Andy and Mark, thank you so much for playing. For what it's worth.
Thank you.
And also, the unclaimed items in the grid are now leaving the game. So let's quickly find out from Paul what they're worth and if the top lot is still in the game.
These are a pair of brass candlesticks. We do know they date back to around 1870 and are possibly Russian in origin. They're highly decorative. Each model does a bear holding aloft a socket in which the candle would sit. And I've got to say, Chloe, I think you were extremely dismissive of them. And none of you like the red eyes, which arguably are a wee bit scary. They're a bit wrong. But they are consummately well modelled and well worked. And there's the potential for Russian interest. But value, just £120. Not bad, though, for a pair of brass candlesticks. Next, you said bye to the paperweight. It's a large Baccarat example from the mid-19th century. Now, Baccarat is a celebrated French glassmaking company, and by the early 19th century, it had become one of Europe's leading names in glassware. Value on this example, £200. Healthy for a paperweight. Lastly, you are saying goodbye to our decanter labels. Here we have 3 Georgian silver examples labelled for rum, wine and port. Now, at first, they might look rather uninspiring, and I think many of you thought so. But if you looked closely, you'd have discovered a tiny hallmark on the back bearing the initials EL. Now, EL is the smith Edward Livingston. Livingston's a rather sought-after Scottish craftsman. Value, 3 humble little bottle tickets that I don't think anyone was particularly taken by. They were worth £600. The good news is we're saying bye to those, but the highest value lot is still in play, but so is the least valuable.
Teams, congratulations on getting this far. You now have one last chance to pick our experts' brains. Which lot do you really need to know more about? Team 1, Phyllis, what would you like to know about?
The table, please.
Now, the table. This delightful little example is known as a tripod table by virtue of its 3 legs. It dates back to the 19th century and is of Anglo-Indian origin. Indian and cabinet makers who used local timbers and accessories to craft these beautiful pieces. Furniture of this type was intended for the colonial British market and the wealthy locals. It is made of paduk, which is considered to be a less decorative figure than, say, rosewood. This style of furniture also may not be to everyone's taste, so this could affect the commercial value. But what's its value to you?
Bob and Linda, what would you like to know more about?
The vase.
The vase?
This is a Chinese porcelain vase mounted with silver and dating to the late 17th century. It was made during the era of the Emperor Kangxi, who was the fourth emperor of the Qing dynasty. The style was so popular that it was later mass-produced and widely copied, certainly during the early 20th century. This piece is period. There's no hallmarks on the silver, but it is solid with interesting geometric decoration. Would that make it more desirable, more unusual, more expensive? Well, that's for you to decide.
It's now time for our final round, and at the end of it, we'll have our winners. In this round, I'm going to show you a category and 12 possible answers. Now, 9 of the answers are correct, 3 are not. Each of you will then take turns to choose an answer you think is correct. And as it's the final round, both quizzers and pickers will play. Pick a wrong answer and your opponents will be able to steal a lot from your collection. We're going to play 3 questions in total, and the pair with the most valuable collection at the moment can choose to go first or second. Paul, who is that?
I can reveal that the team who has the most valuable collections so far is Phyllis and Chloe.
Phyllis and Chloe. You go first with this question, and it is this. Celebrities who have appeared in Absolutely Fabulous. Would you like to go first or second on this question?
Let's go second. Second, please.
Second? OK, Bob and Linda, here are the answers. Bob, give me an answer.
Joanna Lumley.
Joanna Lumley. If this goes green, it's correct. Of course it's correct. Joanna Lumley plays Patsy Stone. Chloe.
June Whitfield.
June Whitfield. Yes, she's Adina's mother. Linda.
Ruby Wax.
Ruby Wax. Yes, she plays 2 characters, Beth DeWoody and Candy. Phyllis.
Oh.
Miranda Richardson?
Miranda Richardson. Yes, her character was Bettina. Well done. Bob.
Oh, dear. David Tennant.
David Tennant. Oh, David Tennant is incorrect. Let's have a look at the other wrong answers. Ian McKellen was never in it, and neither was Jack Dee. Chloe and Phyllis, prepare to steal from Bob and Linda. Do you want the book or the vase?
You pick.
The vase, please.
The vase is yours. Bob and Linda, that hurt, didn't it? OK. This is your question, Bob and Linda. You're looking for countries located in the Pacific region known as Oceania, which is centred on Australia. Would you like to go first or second?
You go first.
First, here are the answers. Give me an answer.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yes, North and South Islands, exactly right. Chloe.
Solomon Islands.
Solomon Islands. Correct, a nation of literally hundreds of islands in the South Pacific. Linda.
Tonga.
Tonga. Correct. The Polynesian kingdom of more than 170 islands. Phyllis.
Fiji?
Fiji. Yes, more than 300 islands, apparently. Amazing. Bob.
Samoa.
Samoa. Correct. There are 6 islands to Samoa. Chloe.
Marshall Islands.
Marshall Islands. Yes, that's a chain of volcanic islands. Linda.
Vanuatu.
Vanuatu. Correct. About 80 islands there. Phyllis. Only 2 are now correct and 3 are wrong.
Serrano?
Serrano. Oh, bad luck. Serrano is actually a ham or a chili pepper. Let's see the other wrong answers. Chopin is a 16th century platform shoe. Moana is the Hawaiian word for ocean. Right. Bob and Linda. If you make a strategic pick here, who knows what could happen?
Go for the mugs. Go for the mugs.
I'm not going to go for the mugs.
The mugs might be the most expensive.
The watch. The watch.
Ooh, overruling Bob. Bob wanted the cups, you want the watch, and the watch it is. It's coming over to you right now. There we go. OK, Chloe and Phyllis, final question. And your question is comic book characters. To be clear, we're not looking for characters who may have appeared in comics after originally appearing in another work of fiction. Chloe and Phyllis, would you like to go first or second?
First.
First. Let's have a look at the answers. Chloe, give me an answer.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yes, first appeared in 1963. Bob.
Superman.
Superman. Yes, the famous DC Comics superhero. Phyllis.
The Joker.
The Joker. Yes, the enemy of Batman. Linda.
Captain America.
Captain America. Correct. He first appeared in 1941 in a comic. Chloe.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Correct. 1940 he first appeared. Bob.
That was the only one I knew. Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Yes, being played by Benedict Cumberbatch in an upcoming film. Phyllis.
Seymour Grey.
Seymour Cray. Oh, apparently he's the father of supercomputing, so he really should be in a comic book, but he's real. Let's have a look at the other wrong answers. Hodor is from Game of Thrones, and Katniss Everdeen is from The Hunger Games. So, Bob and Linda, what are you going to have?
Cups.
Well,
Yeah.
not the vase.
No, we've had the vase. My choice this time. We're going for cups.
Cups.
And there they are, in your collection.
That's it. Your collections are complete and fixed and will determine which team is victorious. So, Paul, who are today's winners?
Fern, I can reveal that the pair with the most valuable collection and the winners today are Phyllis and Chloe.
I told you that was cups.
Commiserations, Bob and Linda. You didn't create a valuable enough collection. But before we say goodbye, shall we find out how much your items were worth?
We start with the book, a true great from the world of literature. This is a British first edition, not a US first edition. American author, you want the true first edition, which of course published in America. Its value, £100. Now, from here we go to the watch, and you seriously contested that watch throughout the programme. We want the watch, and you ended up with it. Was it worth the trouble? Well, this is a Swiss open-face quarter repeater gold pocket watch made around 1850. Now, watchmaking is an art form, and the inner workings of a watch are the pride of its maker. And when I say they don't make them like that anymore, in this instance, I really mean it. Because today, watches are made with simulated artificially grown rubies, whereas in this watch, the cylinder is a natural ruby, hand-worked. The value of this watch? £1,500.
Wow.
That's a good watch.
Oh, but Paul, these cups must be worth a fortune, surely.
They had better, for Bob's sake. Here we have a pair of ceramic cups, and they likely date to the interwar years. This playful, arguably circus theme could appeal to those who collect children's items. There's a crack to one and some chips to the rims of both. Well, Linda, does the name Clarice Cliff mean anything to you? Well, these have nothing to do with Clarice Cliff. Value, they're worthless.
Oh. Bob and Linda, you have been such a joy and entertained us a lot this afternoon. Thank you so much for playing For What It's Worth. Well done, Chloe and Phyllis. You are today's winners, and now all that remains is for you to claim your prize. All you have to do is pick one of the lots in your collection, and we will give you its value in cash. And the top lot is still in the game. So, which one do you want to choose?
If we think about it logically, we haven't heard anything about the figure, but we've said that's a Lalique.
It's a leak.
So that's a name, isn't it? Oh, the table was good as well. I don't know, Nana. Come on, you're the picker.
It's a leak, shall we?
Should we go with the name?
Yeah. We'll go with the figure.
The figure which you say is Lalique. OK,
Hopefully
that's
it
it.
is.
That's what you've chosen. But what haven't you won?
Oh, here we go.
Well, first, you walked away from the pair of salts. This is a pair of salt cellars produced in the 1950s by Adie Brothers Limited of Birmingham. Sterling silver and are in excellent condition. Now, if you're a frequenter of car boot sales, you're likely to have seen lots of these, probably costing, say, £20 or £30. But the right pair in the right condition, from the right maker, can easily command four-figure sums. So what were they worth? Well, £80 would have bought them at auction. So no great loss there. Few indeed. After that, you added to your collection the chest of drawers, which you were pretty scathing of initially. You didn't like the back of that chest of drawers for a second, Chloe, did you? Value, £300. Healthy. Now, here is the Chinese vase, which went backwards and forwards. I think it cries out potential, does it not? How much potential? About £800 worth.
Whoa.
Wow.
Not bad. Now, it came down to just two items, the table and the figure. And the table was the first thing you homed in on as, that's the one. The conditions there, you loved it. But then, at the 11th hour, you went with the figure. Maybe you should have gone with the instinct. £2,500.
Sorry.
So, Phyllis and Chloe, you have won the value of this figure. Well, before we tell you, I wonder if we could tempt you with our mystery lot. Come and join me. Come in. Chloe and Phyllis, there is the figure. You may be confident that you have chosen something that's worth its weight in gold, but before we tell you its value, Paul is going to tempt you with today's mystery lot.
Okay. Behold, today's mystery lot is a silver cigarette case. Now, this little unassuming object looks like it's been well used, but what really makes this item special is the engraved inscription. You might just be able to make out W marks from the Empress Marie, the Grand Duke Nicholas, and the Imperial Russian family on board HMS Marlborough, April 1919. Now, this was the ship sent to collect the Dowager Empress Marie by her nephew, King George V, to bring the surviving imperial family back to England from the Crimea after the Russian Revolution. And W. Marks was a sailor on board the ship, and the case was given to him as a gift from the Imperial Russian royal family. A quality item with a unique provenance. But what's it worth?
Wow. It's a good temptation, isn't it?
It is a good temptation. What do you think, Nana? I don't want to get it wrong again.
The Russian family are tempted.
We heard earlier that Russian things are sought after, didn't we?
Exactly, we did. I got a feeling it could be worth more than this.
I'm thinking we go with what Nana says. I think we should go with the Russian connection. Let's just hope.
Okay.
Right. Now, final decision, the silver cigarette case. Today's mystery lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we need to know, what have they thrown away here, Paul?
A gorgeous piece of dark green topaz glass. And if you look at this bore, as you have done, and turn it upside down, you of course see that it's stamped with the name Lalique. Now, Lalique's one of the names in glassware, a symbol of French style and luxury. But it's not just an ornament. This is a car mascot designed to sit at the front of your car. The prices for Lalique can range from, let's say, the affordable to hundreds of thousands of pounds. You've just walked away from £400.
Oh! Right, OK. You've thrown away £400.
OK.
Paul, tell us how much this silver cigarette case is.
You can buy a circa 1919 silver cigarette case in pristine condition at auction for £40. And this one is very, very heavily worn indeed. We didn't look at the hinge, which is badly distorted. I mean, there's used and then there's wrecked. That said, how do we put a price on a unique object with this utterly fascinating historical provenance? Well, we put this value on it. £1,650.
That's great.
It's fantastic.
Chloe and Phyllis, today you are going home with £1,650. Oh. Paul, thank you so much. It's been lovely to have you here, and thank you for all your expertise. Well, we'll see you next time when more teams will be trying to spot the lot, to win the lot on For What It's Worth. Goodbye for now.
That was amazing.